Sorry.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. High Confessions 369. Celeste T here.
Mm. BV Yosai.
Nina Rice on Facebook.
Mm. So what we talking about today?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever we want to talk about, like I always say, whatever we want to talk about, we're gonna put that disclaimer out there. This is just for entertainment purposes only. It's our opinion, so grab your blunts.
Mm.
I think I'm smoking pink champagne from Stinzy. Something quick, something light.
Mm. That's good. That's good. I'm smoking the Dillard's best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that part. Y'all ready for 420 coming up?
Yeah, always. I'm ready
Me
for
too.
420 before 420.
Right. Can't wait for 420. So let's jump into this first clip.
Moms, stop putting your kids on video dancing. It's a lot of weird motherfuckers out here. Stop putting your babies online dancing. I know you think that shit innocent, but it ain't. It ain't. Where them fans at? Keep that shit to your grown ass. I'm telling you.
I agree to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when they be having like the young girls on there dancing to like grown folk music, like they doing sexy moves and dancing to like sex lyrics and stuff like that. Now, if they were in like a competition or a talent show, maybe. But I mean, I wouldn't videotape my daughter doing like those type of dances.
Well, it would have to be age appropriate. You know what I
Age
mean?
appropriate, right.
You
You
know,
know what I'm saying?
you can't be fearful of to live. You know what I mean? You can't suppress your child's talent, you know what I mean, because of weirdos out here. You just gotta add protection, you know what I mean? And be more vigilant on and aware of your surroundings.
So a 7-year-old dancing to Sexy Red.
Hmm.
That's a no, of course.
Yeah, that
It
ain't
just
appropriate.
depends on the situation. Of course, if it's inappropriate, then no,
Yeah.
off top.
It,
But
Right.
that should go without saying. So I'm assuming he would mean no, you shouldn't just videotape him dancing at all. In which case,
it
I should be able to, as long
yeah.
as it's, you know what I'm saying, age
Right.
appropriate.
Yeah.
That's my whole
You
thing
know,
too.
I'm
Like,
mad at
as
people
long
in
as it's
some
appropriate.
Yeah, as long as they ain't got her the little babies twerking and doing all these grown folks dances, you know what I mean? If it's innocent, age appropriate, it should be cool. Cause
right
otherwise, you shouldn't have your children
on it screen
on
anyway.
screen
Period.
anyway in general.
If that's the
You know
case,
what I mean? Period. Under any circumstance.
Right. Right. I know a lot of people want to be like Beyonce and her daughter, and you know
that's
how they be putting
completely
their
different.
daughters on stage and stuff like that. But you know, to each his own. Raise your kid how you raise your kid. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Yep, don't make me no never mind. Just as long as like you do put a level of protection. If you got them online, you make sure that they don't have access to be on there by themselves or nothing like that. You got to
Yeah.
be standing there supervising it.
Right.
I thought they was lying when they said that the people are selling us fake bread. I really thought they was lying, but this bread is actually not freaking real. I balled it up and it opened right back up 3 times. I'm gonna ball it up again for you all just so you can see that this is not real bread. Balled it up tight as I can. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. It's gonna open itself right back up. And I tried this with another piece of bread, a different brand, and it did not do it. This bread opened right back up like it was nothing. This is sad. This is scary. Barely can see the creases where I folded it. This is scary.
Hey, the first thing that came to my mind, bro, is like, who eating the booty bread?
He wasn't going to waste the perfectly other good piece. He choose the piece he wasn't going to eat anyway. He ate the rest of that
nigga, you ain't gonna eat that bread if you only got 2 pieces of bread left in the whole house. Nigga, you got one piece of bologna. You know what I mean? You're hungry as hell. Ain't shit else in the motherfucker to eat. So you gonna eat that shit.
Nigga, that bread gonna expand in his stomach and keep him full for months. Like, honestly, like, to be real though, like, we had, like, during the experiment, we had brought some bread, right? We just left it out, just left it there, right?
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. That bread was like regular ass bread for a whole month. Month 2, I looked at the bag and it was like a big black circle in the center of it, like that.
What the fuck was that black circle? It wasn't no green mold.
I don't know what the hell it was. I just threw it away because, you know, I was like, look at this. But even with, like, we had got some hot dog buns, hard as a rock, but did not mold.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we already know all this stuff is crap anyway.
You know, like with meat, I say that ain't no damn way y'all motherfuckers eating all this chicken could be real from how much motherfucking niggas be eating chicken or this beef and pork. All of this shit can't be real.
There ain't enough animals in the world.
To think of it, a lot of that shit gotta go be true with fruits and vegetables too.
Exactly, everything. Anything that everybody eats and is at every single grocery store and restaurant, it has to run out at some point.
If the shit was real, nigga, it'll be famine everywhere. There will be nothing on this earth.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It'll be dry.
Right.
We deplete everything.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Never judge a woman off what another woman tell you about them, because a lot of them hoes just be hating and hurting. I swear to God, a lot of these hoes out here just be hating. A lot of these hoes be hating on some of these women because they doing better, they look better, and they doing their shit. I swear to God. So don't never judge a woman off what another woman tell you about that person, because that woman real life can be hating. A lot of these hoes be hating and hurting. They be broke as a motherfucker. So they ain't got nothing else to do but to talk about the woman. You heard me? Real shit. A lot of these women out here don't even like to see another woman having shit. A lot of these women out here don't like to see a woman with a pretty face. They got goals. They got shit that's going on for themselves. A lot of these hoes be hating. A lot of these hoes that get up in the motherfucking morning and talk bad about a woman that's really on her shit, that ain't doing nothing toward them. You heard me? I ain't even bothering them. I ain't even studying them. And they'll still talk bad about the woman. You heard me? So real shit, man, don't judge a woman off what another woman tell you about her, because a lot of these hoes just be hating and hurting. They do. They be so quick. They be hating on the girl because they ain't got no motherfucking money. They be hating on the girl because they ain't got no motherfucking car. They be hating on the girl here because her hair longer, or she got a nice shape, or what kind of car she drive. They just be hating, man. A lot of these hoes just be fucking hating. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, you heard me? Real talk. So why hate when you can get out here and do the same shit that this woman doing? I mean, all y'all got the same 24 fucking hours in a day. You heard me? This woman get up every motherfucking day and grind to go get her motherfucking money. But a lot of y'all hoes that sit out here and talk about a woman that's doing her shit, they got a nice house, they got a nice car, they take care of her motherfucking kids, and bitch, you can do the same shit, you heard me? Real shit. So stop hating on the motherfucking woman. If the woman doing good, congratulate the woman. If she on her boss shit and she standing on business, man, congratulate the motherfucking woman, man. Stop fucking hating. A lot of y'all hoes just be hating, dog. I swear to God, nappy head, no edges having motherfuckers just be talking about some of these women because they don't look better. Can't help that your parents didn't bless you with good looking genes. Real shit, man. So y'all need to get y'all hating ass on with all that hating pussy ass shit for real.
I'm confused. Is it just about looks? Because shit, sound like that nigga hating on a bitch too.
That shit was kind of dragged out, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it was dragged out, but yeah.
Nigga talking about a female hating on another female for so damn long. I'll say the 2 words. It's
right, I'll speak on it and let that be that.
You know what I mean?
He act like he was going. That's happened to him personally.
Right, it must be some girls that he probably was. You know, I ain't gonna put it out there, but you know, I ain't gonna say that.
Must be
Fuck
some
it.
mean girl
But-
stuff going on behind it.
Right, some mean girl shit. Like women are still doing. I know women are still hating on each other and shit like that. But
But look, sometimes motherfuckers could try to check somebody or hold them accountable for something that somebody can interpret that as hate as well. You know what I mean? This
Right.
nigga hating on me, or the nigga that's hating on me. No, nigga, be held accountable for what the fuck you do. You know what I
right,
mean?
nigga, I'm not hating on you. I'm telling you the truth.
Exactly.
But in the
You
same,
know what I'm saying? The shit you hate to hear. The
but in-
shit real friends, real people that care about your ass will tell you. You know?
in a real sense, I know there's niggas hating on me, but I don't give a fuck and I don't think about them niggas
Right. It
at
don't make
all.
me
I
nothing,
do not think about them motherfuckers whatsoever. They don't come up in conversation or anything. I don't.
Right. I wish them well.
I don't.
That's all I say now. I wish them well.
Yeah.
I wish them success.
Yeah.
Because I know my capabilities. So
Yeah.
that's about it.
Love stronger than hate anyway. So
That part.
They talking about a recession. Gen X ain't worried about no recession. We lived through recessions already. We grew up on peanut butter sandwiches, mustard sandwiches, mayonnaise sandwich, syrup sandwich, ketchup sandwich, sugar sandwich. Y'all remember all that, man? Come on. Order in cereal. You ain't even getting no frosted flakes. You getting corn flakes. Add your own damn sugar. I remember that block of cheese that used to show up at your door that you used to have to cut like that with a knife and it never came out straight. It always came out like a ramp. Some of the best grilled cheese you ever had. Tell me that ain't a depression. Gen X done been through it all. You can't scare us. Gen X is the Cybertruck of the generations. We literally indestructible. Do you understand what we survived? We survived the measles, mumps, chickenpox, swine flu, HIV, COVID, bird flu. Gen X is indestructible, man. Can't scare us with no recession. Oh shit. Depression? Recession? What is that?
hey, yeah, that nigga ain't never lied. That nigga ain't never lied. Yeah, he telling the truth.
For real. He's telling this God honest truth. For real.
The fuck, nigga?
Man, them sugar sandwiches be slapping, man. Oh, the peanut butter and syrup sandwiches be slapping, man. What the fuck, nigga? That's a high meal now. What the fuck?
Hey, look, niggas just started getting comfortable.
I don't use bread, man. I use crackers, man. I use the crackers, the saltines, the Ritz.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just funny.
That low key tie back to the bread video that was before this. Cause niggas gonna eat sandwiches whether whether the bread bounces back or not.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was gonna say that nigga probably gonna fuck that little bread up after the camera turn off anyway.
Right. It's the last slice on earth. What you gonna do with it?
Nigga, fuck it. Put some syrup on it.
If you gotta eat that bread to live,
Then of course
what you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah, it might be.
It's gonna be a little rubbery, maybe some.
Yeah, it might
maybe
be
taste like a sponge.
It might be fake tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you just can't. You can't break because of that shit. That shit don't break niggas. Not real motherfuckers. Yeah.
Right.
Don't break no real niggas.
Right.
Niggas don't think about that shit. Oh, that's nothing. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about that shit.
Yep.
These are the types of people you do not want, need, require, or should desire to have in your life. The first type of person is the copycat. This is someone who wants to be like you. They want to talk like you. They want to act like you. They want to have what you have. They want to do what you do. This person gets close to you on purpose so they can study you, because secretly this person wants to be you. I promise you, the moment the opportunity presents itself to take you down and take you out, they will absolutely take it. Be very wary and be very careful of someone like this. The second person you don't want in your life is anyone who's terrible. Someone who is a narcissist, who's a bully, who's constantly negative, who doesn't take responsibility or accountability for themselves, but they blame everybody else for their problems in their lives. Because their reputation makes you guilty by association. Remember this, a person who, saying, he who walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools will be destroyed. The third type of person you don't want or should have in your life is anyone who's jealous and a hater. This person or these people, they will never clap for you. They will never be happy for you. Yes, they will smile in your face. They will go along to get along with you. But when you aren't looking or you aren't around, they're dogging you. They're talking bad about you, and they're trying to recruit other people into hate you and hating you too. This person hates you because simply because they can't be you. The fourth type of person you don't want in your life is anyone who's a gossiper. This person talks too much and doesn't know when to shut their mouths. They will tell their business. They will tell your business. They tell everything. Telephone, telegraph, tell them. They have no idea of the meaning of the word privacy. If you anything, they get close to you just so they can find out what's going on with you, so they can go run their mouths about you. The fifth type of person you can't be friends with or associate yourself with is anyone who's friends with your enemies, friends with your exes, or friends with people you no longer talk to or associate with. Because these people play both sides of the fence. And 9 times out of 10, these people will go back to your enemies and tell them everything that's going on with you. These people are called flying monkeys. These are saying they're just as bad as gossipers. Do not keep these people close to you, and don't you be any of these people either. You deserve better. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be at peace, and you deserve to love yourself. If anything, be your own best friend. Set the standard and tone for your life and how you carry yourself, so you'll invite people into your life who will be a blessing to you and not a curse. I said what I said.
It was personal.
I said what I said.
It was personal for him. He said, "I will run my mouth." I mean, they will run their mouth about you. I thought the nigga was talking about himself for a second. I
experienced that shit, man. I experienced that shit, and that's one reason why I'm not in no club now.
Hey, but he's a changed man. He's delivered, nigga. He is delivered. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
he ain't lying, though. He ain't lying. You know, use your discernment, you know, check your friends, check your circles.
Check yourself.
check yourself.
He won't run.
It always starts with yourself.
Because he has been delivered.
Now we're going to jump into this other segment of some other shit.
Oh, what's
you know, how y'all feel so far? Y'all know we now made a year.
Yes.
I feel good.
We now made a year. Subscribers are going up. They are going up. So you guys, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. We're going to bring more content. We're going to switch it up on you. We're going to do something new. Let us know what you into.
Yeah.
If we come together, we leave together old. I don't care what big age you are, how grown you think you are, how old you think you is. If you with me, if we come together, we leave together. If you go to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom. If we don't know him, you don't know him. I'll happily end a whole trip cussing and fighting, squabbling, before I let you walk out in the moonlight, drunk, tipsy with somebody you don't know. And we ain't going either. We not going out with no man that we don't know. So at the end of the road, there's more men waiting for us. Ain't no friendship worth risking your safety. You hear me, girls? A real friend will snatch your beautiful self up and have you pissed off for the night, but you'll be alive in the morning. If your girls ain't looking out for you, them ain't your friends. Stop leaving out the country with people who are traveling with people who ain't your friends. That's what all that aesthetics, just being friends with people because of aesthetics get you. Listen, all day, every day, I'd rather be fussing in the morning about what could have been and then mourning what should have been. Safety first, drama second. Y'all need to be having these conversations with your daughters, your nieces, your nephews all the time. This is a love language. We should be talking about this all the time. Too often I hear these stories about some young girl walking off in the night with some guy, and we never hear anything about them again. And they all had friends with them. And everybody cannot be inebriated on the trip. Everybody cannot be inebriated. We need that designated driver. We need the person paying attention, watching every single thing. Okay? Sorry, honey, you just not gonna be the one having the fun tonight. You gotta make that plan before you go. Okay? I'll never forget going on a trip with some girlfriends, and we grown. We at big ages. We in our 40s. I'll never forget going on a trip, and we at a restaurant, and they didn't want to be at this particular restaurant, and so half the group left the restaurant. And when I tell you, me and my girlfriend were livid, like, no, we don't ever separate. We don't ever separate. Okay?
I agree with that. You come together, you lead together. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your friends get home safe, you know. Make sure your party get home safe, you know what I'm saying? I feel like even if you ain't close friends with that person, if y'all out together, make sure y'all get home safe. Know who you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Some people are out here with secret animosity and that damn green monster on their shoulder, that jealousy, and they'll do anything to take you out. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and also be aware of your surroundings, and don't go out to get sloppy drunk. Like, go out to get a buzz or something. Just don't go out and lose all your faculties.
Keep it cute.
Right.
Yeah, like
Right. Keep it cute and classy. Like, if you're gonna get sloppy drunk, do it in the comfort of your home.
Yeah,
exactly. Otherwise, you're just putting yourself at unnecessary risk.
Unnecessary risk. Exactly.
Right. And that's like screaming attention. You want somebody to see you. You want somebody to see you at your most vulnerable moment, to where you're not able to control your emotions, your reactions, your anything. That's why I say go ahead and light that blunt up, smoke your weed, get your tree.
I feel like when you start feeling like that, that's when you go in. You don't go looking outside of yourself. You go
Right.
in. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't look outside yourself when you're feeling like that. That shit is just gonna put a bunch of bullshit in you. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, you don't want no temporary fix. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to, you know, be able to jump out of that mood. You know what I mean? So love ourselves first, you know, love yourself first before you can love somebody else.
Because how else you gonna recognize real love if you don't love yourself, really?
Facts.
And then China said, oh, you want a tariff, okay? And they responded against Wig's tariffs with 34% tariffs against America. Just in case you're not understanding how bad this is for you as an American, run around your house and grab a bunch of different shit and see where it was made. And then U.S. District Judge Paula Zennis is not bullshitting. She said Wig and his cabinet of Combs have until approximately 11:59 p.m. Monday to bring Abrigo Garcia, who was illegally deported to El Salvador prison, back to U.S. soil. Or she putting gavel to ass. And then Wig fired multiple National Security Council staff members. Let me make sure I have this straight. First, this nigga started making enemies out of everybody. And then he started downsizing the army. More enemies, less fighters. Okay. And then this nigga said, oh, Boeing, I know y'all can't keep your planes in the air, but we want y'all to build some fighter jets in case we gotta go to war. We're gonna shoot our own selves down. Oh, and then this nigga fired all of the nuclear weapon people. And then turned around and said, oh, we need you back. We must not all be seeing the same shit. And then Wig skipped out on a ceremony that was thrown for 4 American soldiers who lost their lives during a training exercise. And forgive my ignorance because I never knew that people died during training exercises. But I bet you they died happy to know that the leader of their country would rather go and play golf than attend a ceremony in their honor.
This is funny.
I think he said it all.
I don't care about none of this because it don't affect me, and I say I say that because I give power to myself. I don't put my power in the hands of no other man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be good regardless. You know what I mean? It don't matter what's going on outside. We gonna be good. You know what I mean? That's my mind state. You know what I mean? No matter how
No
hard.
need to panic. No need to worry.
Push fear. You know what I mean? I don't push none of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get the shit done. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? It's about life. You know, you only can be comfortable so long. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to go.
Let me say this before I go to bed. To the younger generation. I always hear people say, oh, you young, you got your whole life ahead of you. You really don't. And the reason why I say that is because if you look around, it's the younger generation that's not making it to old age. It's the younger generation that's not living long. I hear so many people give young people advice and say, oh, you 21, live your life, do you. Baby, these years fly by so fast. And yeah, we all been there. We all had our fun. We all had our share. But to the young ladies and to the young men out here, my advice I will give you is that yes, you're young, but still be cautious. Still take care of yourself. Using protection is not 100%. It's so many diseases out here. Don't be too lit. Don't have so much fun that you're not cautious. That you're just, living life, having sex. It's so many diseases out here. Curable and incurable. And living life and being lit and turning up. Next thing you know, you'll be 30, 40 years old having so many regrets and living with an incurable disease. So be very cautious. You can still have fun. But
Outside of the diseases and stuff, it's spiritual. You know what I mean? People wondering why they got so much drama and all this shit going on because you letting too many different motherfuckers enter your space. That shit's spiritual. You be taking on other motherfuckers' bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
People need to be more cautious on certain shit. Like you just can't give yourself to everybody.
Exactly. You just go back to loving yourself a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Learn yourself. Date yourself sometimes. Like I know I went through a stage where I dated myself. Still is. You feel me?
Shit, that should be some lifetime long shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to do right by yourself. Because sometimes there ain't gonna be nobody to do right by you. You know what I mean? But you'll always have yourself. You know what I mean? That's why you should never shake on your morals or principles, no matter what goes on around you. You know what I mean? All of that shit to me is test. You know what I mean? Test, spiritual test, and if you pass on your spirit gonna be stronger. You know what I mean? Then everything is gonna be easier for you. The shit you're gonna see slow motion.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get these numbers up. Hit the notification button. Let's get it.
But now they're using Indeed to traffic people. Indeed, the app that you're supposed to be using to look for a job. People are literally coming up missing. So I came across a story here regarding some situations that's going on in Florida. I don't know if it's happening in other cities. I have never heard of this. Where people are looking for jobs, going to these places where they think the interview is at and coming up missing. Somebody pull the plug on CERN. Like, pull the plug. Pull the plug, because there are.
I don't know what that had to do with song, but
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hold on, what? I see where she's trying to pull and go, but yeah, like that you do have people on those job sites with fake listings.
Yeah, you had
It's
that
just like any other listings.
Exactly. Literally anywhere where you can list something, the scammers is going to show up and list something too.
Right. Usually on those job sites, you see the job on that site, then what you do is go to your Google or whatnot and actually put in that company and actually fill it out on their company site. That way you can avoid the third party or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be 100 though. As people, we gotta tighten up, dog. We gotta tighten up, because there's no way that you got a homeboy or homegirl that rapper scene and you not pushing them how you all pushing these celebrities, bro. There's no way that you got a motherfucker homeboy or homegirl that rapper scene and they making music, making content for you to post for them, sending it to you. Hey, reshare this for me, like it, comment, blah blah blah. Won't. Feel me? Trying to get you to push their name so they can get their foot in the door around this bitch. And you won't do it because you don't want to see these niggas surpass you, bro. That's the weirdest shit ever, dog. Well, the whole time, once they get their foot in the door, you at their table, y'all eating together, these your peoples, they gonna make sure you straight right along when they get straight. But no, instead, don't nobody know how to play their roles around this bitch. And everybody want to be in the spotlight, and you don't want a motherfucker to surpass you with your weird ass. Like, y'all gotta be a special kind of stupid, bro. I would never in life have a homeboy or homegirl that rapper scene and you catch me in celebrities DMs or comments and pushing a celebrity over my mans or my homegirl, bro. It's not happening, dog. I don't even know these motherfuckers. I don't know Lil Durk. I don't know Lil Baby. I don't know Glorilla. They not about to give me their last dollar or even give me $1 alone, bro. They don't give a fuck about me. They rich ass will walk right past me. They'll walk right past my broke ass type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And won't think twice about it. Meanwhile, I got a homeboy or homegirl that can be damn near in the same position as them. Hell yeah, I'm about to push my people the fuck. I look like pushing these motherfuckers. Y'all gotta tighten up with y'all weird ass, dog. All of y'all be a special kind. Y'all all a special kind of stupid, I swear, bro.
I feel like in that type of situation, I don't give a fuck about what these niggas think, how they feel. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I do regardless, and I ain't gonna think anything about them. I ain't gonna think anything less or more about them for doing it. It's their decision. I'm not mad at them for not doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right. You can't force no one to do it.
Caring about it is a distraction. It takes up too much energy from nothing. Unless you're gonna make a song about it.
Right. Like to hear it go.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're gonna make a song about it, yeah. Use it for that.
I don't know who need to hear this, but spending money on a girl that you like, that you're chasing, it's not tricking. Like, it's not. When you like somebody, why not spend money on them, twin? You spend money with your homeboys to smoke. So maybe you like your homeboys, twin. All I'm saying is if you like that girl, spend some money. It's not tricking. Courting a girl is not tricking. Spending time with a girl is not tricking. Y'all make anything tricking. Nobody told you to pick the girl you can't afford. That's when it's tricking, when you can't afford her. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought that niggas wanting to be around other niggas other than females, you know what I mean? It was kind of,
Sus.
Yeah. It's just the shit that they be pushing in the culture. It's backwards. You know what I mean? The way these people be talking about women, you would think they like men, like they hate women. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they don't like women. You know what I mean? But to each his own, I guess. You know, it couldn't be me.
Shouldn't nobody have to tell a grown man that if you like a woman, you need to spend money on her? That should be a common general. Everybody should know that by
Right.
this big age in life. If you old enough to date, then you should be old enough to understand how dating works.
Right.
And if you're tricking, you're gonna eventually learn where that leads to. You know, if you are tricking, you know what I mean. And if somebody's tricking, let them
Right,
exhaust
that's
their
what they
sons.
want
Let
to
them
do.
learn. Like
Right.
you're gonna
To
plant a
each their
seed. You
own.
know what I mean. I'm not gonna. Okay, I can tell you something, even if I don't tell you. Like it's your business. Like
Right.
especially depending on your
No
age.
one can tell you how to love your love languages. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a
It's like
person love gifts and stuff like that, then that's what they gonna give and get. You know what I'm saying? Like, people
look,
be thinking about it too much.
look. I'll give a young nigga all the game in the world. You know what I mean? All the game in the world. Even older niggas, I'll give all the game in the world. But some shit these niggas should know at a certain age. I feel. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So if
like a
you
rite of
already came across
passage.
the information, you're just not picking it up because you don't want to. So I'm not gonna waste my energy. But I'll give a young nigga all the game in the world. You know what I mean?
Anders.
But a lot of y'all don't realize we have lowered our standard to deal with you.
What do you mean?
I'm just being honest.
What about when we lower our standards?
We not telling y'all to lower y'all standards. We just happy to be with you. Y'all weren't walking around telling women they need to lower their standards. Some of their standards is already low. That's how you hear.
Damn.
Not you, but I'm saying, I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying a man. Like, your mama lowered her standard. That's why you alive.
Damn.
A lot of people don't. Am I wrong?
Why you eating people up to shreds today? Lord Jesus. I'm out of here.
Am I wrong?
She said your mama lowered her standards. That's why you here.
Thank you.
Damn.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
tough.
Like, come on, man.
I ain't never seen a lady that don't think women do no wrong in her life. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. This is legendary.
All I'm
Feminism.
saying is women lower their standards all the time. We just don't tell y'all for protection of your ego. So, like, give us the credit that we deserve. And for Trick Daddy, no disrespect to the OG, but like in 2025, any woman that he waking up to has lowered her standards. So he should stop.
Ooh-wee.
Have you seen Trick Daddy lately? Exactly.
I mean, God bless you, Trick.
God bless you.
Y'all, because y'all know I'm not wrong, but y'all don't want to agree.
I like going to Miami. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems with Trick Daddy.
He's not going to give you no problem.
She talked that shit.
She did that.
She talking shit. I was like, yeah, she just talking shit. Like at the beginning, I was like, she was talking shit. At the end, she was making a few points, but she was talking shit at the beginning. I was like, yeah.
So let me see if I got this right. Woman has kids by a man that turns out to be no good, and that's a bitch that needs to choose better. Woman has no kids, dates a man with a high salary range. That's a bitch that thinks she's better. You take a woman out to eat, this bitch is trying to get a free meal. Woman takes you out to eat, this bitch is trying to emasculate you. Woman wears wigs, makeup, and lashes. That's a fake bitch that don't know who she is. Woman goes out in her natural state, and that's a bitch that don't care about herself. Woman has kids and no man. That's an unwanted bitch. Woman chooses not to have kids. That's a useless bitch. Woman makes less than you, and she needs to be a submissive bitch. Woman makes more than you, and that's a oh you think you running shit type bitch. Woman shows interest in no games, and she's a hoe type bitch. Woman decides she doesn't want you, and it's a brick to the face type bitch. At some point, fellas, I'm gonna need you to admit that you all seem to be the bitches in each and every one of these scenarios. Because at this point, we ain't hearing you no more, because you ain't saying shit.
It's me.
Fuck that shit.
That shit was funny as a motherfucker. That shit was funny as a motherfucker.
And it do be
Nigga.
like that too. Can't women?
It do.
should be on both sides,
Yeah,
though.
it do.
And not from my standpoint, but just from
In
the
general, the
you
general
know what I
consensus.
mean.
Right.
They be saying the same shit, but on the opposite opposing side and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just in different. Yeah, it's funny. You know what I mean? I see the connection and all of that shit
Right.
on the man side and the woman side. I see the connection. Like,
So let me get this straight. You guys are broke. You're not emotionally intelligent. You're cheating, and there's levels of abuse. And this is what women are supposed to sign up for in marriage. Come on now. Why would any woman in her right mind sign up for that? That's why I don't advocate for marriage right now, because a lot of you men are sick in the head. And you think that a woman is supposed to be your ride or die or your punching bag. And she's just supposed to sit there and take it. Or, you know, shoot, you got to be my ride or die. And, you know, you got to stick by my side and blah, blah. No. No, she don't. You ain't making it worth her while to be there. You giving her HE double hockey sticks. But then y'all want to talk about getting back to a place of marriage. You need to get back to a place of healing. You need therapy. But black men, y'all reject therapy. Speaking to my community of men, but this can really be applied to all men. You ruin marriage. So women, in my opinion, it's a parasitic relationship. Women don't benefit marriage. Only men do. When men get married, your finances increase, and your life expectancy increase. When women get with us, their life expectancy decreases. And matter of fact, when she opens up her legs for you and takes a risk of bringing your children on this earth, that's a risk that she taking on the hospital bed to lose her life. Majority of the time when these women get in a marriage with a man, they're not getting a leader, protector, provider. That's just not what they getting. But yet y'all dudes keep on to preach, we need to get back to a place of family. Or y'all can learn how to operate in your singleness until you get your stuff together. A lot of you guys don't deserve a relationship. You should not be married. You should not. That's why I ain't gonna sit here and tell you that women, or I ain't gonna sit here and tell women should be looking for a good man. I will never tell a woman that, because I don't know where the good men are, and neither do you. And half the time when I start asking about your life, you will show me that you are not a good man. You never were a good man. And how long did it take you to freaking wake up? What, to your freaking 40? You're 40 now? You want to settle down now? Not why? Because as a black man, you only got what, 20-some years left? 60 years old? Because that's our average age when we pass away, right? What, 60? So that clock ticking. Like y'all be saying these women got a biological clock, you got a death clock. Yeah. The reaper creeping up on you. That's why you need you a woman. Even in these retirement homes, retirement homes. Y'all don't really be getting visited like that. Women do. It's even on them deathbeds. Women be having a support system around there. Men don't. Yeah, just like y'all boy Kevin Samuel said that women go die alone. It's gonna be a lot of you dudes who die alone. And that's what you get. Because you're not treating women correctly. You don't deserve a marriage. You don't. You don't know how to reciprocate love. I just don't understand. And then y'all want to sit here and say, well, we need to get back to a place of family. Well, you can't have a family without women. You might as well start treating them correctly. Then you can talk about getting back to a place of family. Some of y'all don't even care about your own women in your family. Some of y'all don't care about your daughters. Y'all ruin marriage, fam. No woman in her right mind would sign up for the stuff that they getting. And that's why a lot of women are opting out. And you can't be mad at that. Before y'all get well, I didn't do that. Shut up. I'm not talking about you, because y'all be want to throw your anecdotal experiences. Well, I'm not that type of guy. Well, guess what? Women looking around. Women are coming out to say their stories, what's going on. They're looking at the history of marriage and how the man only benefited. Y'all think that a woman staying inside and only looking forward to take care of kids, clean up, and cook a meal, and be a punching bag at nighttime, and for a man to release his sexual frustrations out on her, coming back from a long day of work, is beneficial to women? Is that really the time period that y'all want to go back to, fam? You're an idiot. You don't think about what you say before you say it. You guys are dumb. So no woman wants to sign up for that. Be a better man. Be a better man. Y'all have a good one. Hey, I said what I said.
He
Yeah,
always
that's just
be
funny.
ranting.
Yeah, that's the second scene where this nigga was bashing men, black men particularly. But the funny thing is, he ain't 100% wrong. 100% wrong. He made a bunch of good points. You know, he's just extreme with the shit. Like, it's all. It seemed like the tone he had seemed like he was talking about all men. You know what I mean? In general, but there is some niggas out there like that. You know what I mean? But on the side, we can't take blame for everything. You know what I mean? Every part got to take they accountability
for whatever.
You know what I mean? Not to say that man ain't a big part of the shit. You know what I mean? And I ain't even saying it's women too. It's a bunch of factors. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of factors. You know what I mean? Because perspective is king. You know what I mean? And there's a third party that turned men and women purposely against each other. You know what I mean? It is broken. It is broken. You know what I mean? But that don't mean that it can't be fixed. You know what I mean? But people do need to heal themselves. You know what I mean? You need to go inside yourselves and heal yourselves and shit'll be better for you. You know what I mean? You'll be able to project what you need to project, and you know what I mean, and bring what you need to bring to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So you guys don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Let's get it going.
It ain't no way we been getting finessed like this, y'all. And China just exposed it all. So boom, Americans out here dropping 800, 1200, and even 4,000 and more on designer clothes, thinking it's all luxury, all high quality clothes, the high end stuff. But China just pulled the curtain back and showed the world that most of the stuff is made in the same factories with material that costs a fraction of the price. So we're talking shoes that cost $30 to make, but it's being sold in US for $700. And we're talking hoodies that cost $10 to make, that's being sold for over $300. And jeans that cost $50 to make, that's being sold for $500 to $1,000. That's not high end. That's robbery. Y'all, and this is the crazy thing. This is not even new. A lot of people just been blind to it. They think it just because it got a fancy label, that means it costs more. In reality, that just means the markups is better. China basically said, here y'all go. Now y'all better act like you know. And now everybody mad. They not mad at China. They mad at the brands that been overpricing this stuff they've been buying. They mad at the brands that they've been worshiping. See a sucker, lick a sucker, no diddy. They seeing now, they were never buying quality. They were buying status. And they finally waking up. All of this happened because of this tariffs. People would have never knew. Or some people was really too blind to even notice the fact. But now everything is front and center for everybody to see. So if you one of them people that dropped the check on this designer shit, and now you feel played, let me know down below in the comments. Let's talk about it.
I ain't never in all my life dropped more than. I always have a set amount for what I'll spend on any given thing.
Yeah, look, I already knew that shit was worth nothing. He's like nothing from what they sell it for.
Right. You know, I ain't never been a materialistic girl or anything like that, or a brand name, you know, like a brand girl or anything like that. I buy shit that look cute and that look cute on me. And next.
Yeah, they slave to these brands. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mad at the makers. You can't be
Be
mad at
mad at
somebody else
yourself.
because you chose to fall for what they was. You bought what they was selling. That's on you.
Right.
You know you shouldn't
If
be.
you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. We all know, you know?
If you don't have it and you're still spending just to have it, just to look like you have it, then that's on you. That means that you don't take pride in yourself and you feel like you need a brand to say, oh, I'm somebody who can afford this person's brand. Okay, so that's your fault that you care more about that person than you care about yourself.
Hey, look.
I think people go off that saying, oh, if you look like money, then you get money. You know what I'm saying?
That just
But
sounds like a symptom of this post-traumatic slave symptom. You know what I mean? That's what that sounds like.
Everybody want to just.
You want to be perceived more
yeah,
than
people just trying to fit in.
you are. Yeah. Fuck fitting in. Fit out. Like
Right. Jump out the box, nigga. Roam around.
To stand out.
Yeah.
Black folks do not like it when motherfuckers don't speak.
Listen, he ain't never lied, because when I was about 9 or 10, I walked at my grandma's house on my dad's side, and she said, and I just walked past. I'm saying hi to everybody, but I didn't like stop and acknowledge her, and I keep on walking. And she said, excuse me, and she pulled me by my collar, and I'm like, yes, ma'am. And she like, did I sleep with you last night? And I was like, no, ma'am. And she said, well, don't you walk up in here like you got an attitude with me, like I slept with you last night. And it took me until I was about 28 to know what the hell she was talking about. But I learned a valuable lesson that day. Don't walk past her and not speak. So yes, he is absolutely correct. Don't you walk in no black person's house and think that you're not going to speak. You need to address everybody who live in that house, who's at that house when you arrive, and expeditiously. Like, there's actually...
Yeah, that's facts right there. They ain't never lying on that one. We grew up on that shit. Like, when you walk into the house, you speak to everybody in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just common courtesy.
Right.
Yeah. Courtesy ain't common no more though.
That's true.
Right, because common sense ain't common. Niggas ain't got it. People don't have common sense anymore.
They don't.
We have AI.
They got impulse. You know what I mean? They want everything instantly. You know what I mean? Instant gratification. That's what they got. If they can't get it right now, they got an attitude. You know?
Right.
You know, and shit, niggas had to wait back in the day. Hey, back in the day, niggas had to wait for everything.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like,
And if you weren't willing to wait, then I guess you just don't really want it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And half the time, sometimes there was stuff you thought you wanted, and then once you waited for it, you realize, oh no, this is a better deal. I might as well get this instead of what I thought I wanted.
Right. And sometimes you get it, and then it's not even what you really wanted because it don't do the shit. It was, it's like, oh.
Right.
Yeah. Like they said at the Chinese sweatshop, they just got some random bags and threw a brand name on that motherfucker when they got the bitch. Like them motherfuckers.
Right.
In China,
have your favorite celebrity rock that shit, and guess what? You're a millionaire.
Look, all them shit that they be showing at them fucking shows, they don't be selling that shit in the stores. Nah, they be selling that shit that they be making in them Chinese sweatshops.
Right. Everybody go to the fabric shop, get their little fabric, and go back and make their clothes and stuff. And you basically paying for the time and the name that they put in making the garment.
They used to hate on a nigga wearing the bootleg. Nigga, it's the same shit. Like,
right, now it's the same shit.
Nigga.
That part, so all y'all niggas that was clowning people in school about them knockoffs,
shit.
Downtown LA.
They got a better deal.
Nah, just saying.
They got a better deal for the shit. Nigga.
Stop. Everybody going down there to get their school shit. What you mean?
Yeah.
But nah, for real. They're just clothes. You know what I'm saying? And some clothes don't even feel right on my body anyway. It's just, yeah, so.
Like, think about it. Who was selling them bootlegs? A lot of them bootlegs that niggas was getting back in the day. Dude.
Right.
Yeah, Hustle Man. Remember Hustle Man?
Right. Because we know out here in Vegas, them discount malls, boy, we know who running up in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we already knew it. We already knew. Y'all late.
Right.
What they say, bro, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. Y'all better check that.
Niggas been put in a trance. Like they've been charmed. They've been put a spell, been cast. They put a spell on. They've been telling y'all motherfuckers all along. They put a spell on you.
Yeah.
They've been putting spells on y'all motherfuckers, and y'all been falling for them bitches.
Exactly, because that song is basically talking about people being put into a trance to do things, right?
Something like that.
To have fun or something, I don't know.
Yeah, and guess what? Now the spell is breaking slowly. You know what I mean? Shit's coming out. You know what I mean?
And people are crashing out.
Yeah, but if you already knew, you knew, so you already
right.
I ain't letting nothing in this world shake me.
Yeah,
that part.
And fellas, I don't know if y'all aware of this or not, but every real woman wants to be valued. She don't want you to just want her. Every man want her. Until she require him to be a certain caliber of man. See, all you niggas want a good woman, that y'all tell it. But just as soon as that good woman challenge you and tell you that she wants something more out of you than a couple dollars, rent paid, and gas bill paid, car note paid, and require you to be a man with substance, and a man that be consistent and learn the art of communication, then it's a motherfucking problem. Yeah, she don't need to understand something. She want a man that mean what he say and say what he mean every time he say it. She want a man who actions speak louder than anything he can ever say to her. Once a woman see you leading by example with your action and not your word, that'll be a day that you find your peace and your true happiness and a motherfucking partner for life. I said what I said. For sure, free game.
Yeah, I agree.
I like him. He got straight to the point, said what he had to say, and let that be that.
Yeah, it wasn't too
exactly.
The other guy, even though they was be saying similar stuff.
Right, but he got straight to it. He like, nah, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Yeah, just some general real shit. The other nigga, you could tell he was still going through some of them emotions. These motherfucking niggas. They ain't shit. Them niggas ain't shit. Nigga was on. I'm like,
they crashing out.
I can't agree with that. But I can understand where you coming from. But I can't agree with that.
With that other guy, you be with him for a second, you be like, yeah, he got a point. And then as soon as after he make that point, he should just stop right there. So I could agree totally. But then he'll keep going and going.
Now I don't agree with your ass.
Care less now.
Now I know you.
Right. He keep it going to the point where, oh, okay, you agree with this, you may not agree with this, but now it's a conversation. Now we can have a discussion.
Yeah.
Relationships is subjective, bro. I don't know what you and your girl going through, and I can't tell y'all how to handle y'all business. Niggas sit here and talk 50-50. I'm gonna stay out of the conversation. My girl ain't never worked, but my kids ain't never had a babysitter. My kids ain't have to go to Head Start at 3 years old. I ain't knocking it because niggas had to do that. I'm just saying mine was raised in their home. So they rooted in who they are. That's what I believe in. I believe you get your values from your mom. Why not have your mom around you all the time? Your grandma around you all the time. I don't have these conversations with niggas because that don't have nothing to do with me. Yeah. If that's what you want to do, that's how you rock, that's how you get down. Get down. Keep that shit off the internet, nigga. It's a relationship. It's 2 people or 5 or 10. Nigga, you want a haram of bitches? That's on you. Keep that shit off the internet. Cause all that do is give niggas something to argue about cause everybody gonna have a different stance on it. Cause love affect everybody a different way. Niggas was raised different. Niggas come from broken homes. Niggas come from violent homes. Niggas come from loving marriages. None of us gonna see this shit the same way, bro. Right. Fuck out of here with that shit, bro. I don't wanna hear that shit. Matter of fact, we can go 50-50 in the street. Let's get it. Let's talk about that. Go 50-50 on a business with your homie. Go 50-50 on a nigga bail. To get a nigga, go 50-50 on something that means something, bro. Cause what niggas want to do is they want to engage with women. But they don't want to engage lovingly. Because you can get a lot out of a woman's by fucking with their emotions. You've been in a relationship, you know how that shit go. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's not even what you say. It's sometimes not saying anything at all get you cussed the fuck out.
Oh
you see what I'm saying? Niggas are playing off of people's emotions for attention and engagement. I don't rock with that because you manipulating, you exploiting your own people. You might as well sell crack because you fucking with people's hearts. You fucking with how people grew up. Nigga might have seen their parent. Hey, mama get their ass beat all day and a nigga want to sit here and talk down like, oh, why you stay? Now, how you think that's going to trigger another? You fucking with people's heartstrings and emotions for engagement. That shit is whack. How we going to build community like that?
Yeah, I agree with
Yeah, I
him.
agree. He was on point.
Yeah, I agree with
Definitely.
everything.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Hmm. And that's another reason you can't always ask people their opinion on, you know, what you're going through, because they don't know. You know,
Yeah.
all they can go is based off of what you told them, and usually some assumption that they're making.
And what they've been through, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you know,
Right.
it's coming from their perspectives too. And every relationship, like you said, is subjective. It works differently. What your relationship doing and how it worked for you. What worked for you might not work for me. You know what I mean? What worked for me might not work for you. It's based off of the dynamic of you and, you know, the party that's involved with you. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Everything he said was on point for real.
Yeah.
people be wanting outside validation about shit. Like, go with your gut feel, go with your feeling. You people go inside. You know what I mean? Stop looking for outside validation. Be validated with yourself and your own belief. What do you believe? How do you feel? What's your morals, ethics, values? Then it should be your answer should be right there.
Right. It should be
Right. Y'all, that was the last video.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe.
We see you watching and subscribing, so get to it. Click that red button.
Right. You know, hit the notification button. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring something back.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Peace.